Yes, sir.
Hello, 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 everybody. My name is Coach Sonic Jones. I'm here with the one and only Mr. Will Zanders himself. Guys, you already know who this gentleman is, so we're going to get right into it. We're here to just do a quick training on how to properly place people and some psychology behind it as well in our binary in HBN, ladies and gentlemen. So let me go ahead and pass it on to the man himself, the man, the myth, and the legend, Mr. Will Zanders. You there, sir?
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, Coach Sonic. And again, brother, it takes one to know one. So kudos to you and the incredible organization that you're building with Team Sonic Boom right here at HBN. We're glad to have you. And ladies and gentlemen, very quickly, we'll just do a quick video, as Coach Sonic alluded to, on structure and strategy in the binary. It's often said that good reps focus on the how, while great reps focus on the why. So we're going to combine both of those for you today. Now, if you've been here for longer than 16 seconds, you know that the backbone of HBN's pay plan is going to be one of the most lucrative binaries in the industry with, for my advanced reps, a CV to dollar ratio, which you simply won't find in any other company. That's one of the reasons why our binary is so phenomenal. And that's just one piece of our incredible pay plan. A lot of people have questions when they sign up a new team member, which I'm assuming you already know how to do. If you have any questions about recruiting, get with the person who sent you this video, get with your plugged in support team, and they can help you with some different techniques on recruiting, okay? If you're an orphan and you don't quite know who that is, please reach out to myself or Coach Sonic or even corporate via the back office, and we can direct you and figure out somehow, some way, who you connected to and find someone in your plugged in support team or plugged in upline who can help you recruit. Once you're recruiting people, they're going to go into your back office in a placement tank. We're going to do a screen share very shortly so you can see what that looks like. And we're going to give you the technique of how to place people on the right and left side of your business, because in a binary pay plan, which is the backbone of HBN's pay plan, you want to build a balanced business, okay? So let's go over, do a quick screen share, right on time. There we go. And this is my actual back office. And real quick, you'll see some individuals here, and we'll just focus on this first one, all right? We're gonna click Update Placement. I have 9 people to place today. And all I'm gonna do very simply is I'm gonna put in my user ID number, 723416, and I'm going to click left. I could click automatic and let the computer do it, and the computer would place it in the leg where the volume is needed according to the computer and what it wants to do, but I like to do it myself manually. And so Gene's going to go on my left side, and I click update, and that's that. Okay, next up, I'm going to go right here, click on this one. We'll go to Gabina Rojas, and we're going to go right out of Texas, and we're going to click 723416. That's my number this time. I'm going to click right. So you see, by going left to right, I am building a balanced business. Now, let's say, for example, with this particular individual, Daniel, let's say that Daniel accidentally signed up with me, but he meant to sign up with Coach Sonic, okay? Or maybe Daniel happens to live in Atlanta, where Coach Sonic works at, or where Coach Sonic lives at in Atlanta, and I'm in Florida. So it's a lot easier for Daniel to do that. Now, I'm going to show you how to transfer someone right now to another individual. Now, here's the caveat. This should almost never be done. You will almost never have a legitimate reason to do this. But if indeed you are a professional builder, you're probably director level at this point, platinum or above with HBN, pearl level or above, you can make these type of decisions and it won't negatively affect your business, okay? And Daniel, for example, let's say he played college football. Let's say he was really into music. He lives about 10 or 15 minutes from Coach Sonic, and I did not learn this until after I signed Daniel up. So what I would do in this situation, and this situation only, I would click Placement ID, and I will put in Coach Sonic ID, and I would put him in Coach Sonic's organization. But Will, where do you want to put him in Coach Sonic's organization? Without even checking, I would put auto, just to put it in the place where it makes most sense. Okay, now with this particular placement, I'll show it to you, all right?
Actually,
it's going to keep,
really quick, sir.
Okay,
yeah,
I'm sorry,
I
did I do the wrong one?
We had a typo. It's 921 at the end.
Oh, I did that. You told me 921. I did the wrong thing. So with that one, I'm going to click auto, and Daniel is not placed in the Coach Sonic's organization, but I remain his sponsor. So it benefits Coach Sonic, but it also benefits Daniel because he'll have local leadership. Now with this individual here, I'm glad this actually happened. This is obviously spam. from some type of individual who was looking to get access to our HBN system to kind of see how we do what we do. If you build a big team, inevitably, and you have your power line on your Instagram and your power lines on your Facebook and on all your YouTube videos, some people who are probably competition, I use that word very loosely, with HBN are probably going to try to fill out your link to try to get involved in the team and see what's going on. It's easy to see that this is not going to be a real person. So I'm not going to place this person. I'm simply going to use our chat feature right here in the back office, our chat feature, and I'm going to simply ask that they delete user number 735932. Why? Because that's not a real individual, and I'm glad that that popped up so you can see how to handle that situation, and I'll do that a little bit later. Now let's get back to the training. This individual, Brian Henry, let's say, for example, Brian, I want Brian in my organization, and Brian's rocking and rolling and going to be great. Again, just to show you, 723-416, you put in your number in both of these slots, and I will put Brian on my right. Okay, let me give you one more example of how this works. Now, Jillian, let's say Jillian happens to have went to college with Coach Sonic and be really good friends of his, but I happen to reach out to her first. That's okay in this particular situation because they're already very good friends. What I would do is, and again, it is almost never necessary to do this, but in rare, and I'm speaking to the platinums and pearl level directors and above, you can do this, and 387-921. And then I'd also, in this one particular instance, which happens less than 1% of the time, I would actually transfer, okay, the sponsorship to this individual as well as the placement and place them into Coach Sonic's organization. Now, this particular, our HBN back office will not allow you to place anyone. Okay, will not allow you to place anyone who is not in your organic line of sponsorship in your organization. So it prevents you from making mistakes like putting people in the wrong place. But at the end of the day, all you ever need to do 99% of the time is log into your back office, click placement, put in your actual user ID, make sure it's your user ID in both spots, and click left and click right. And you inevitably will build a really strong, balanced business, okay? Very strong, balanced business. It's very, very rare that you'll have to do anything other than that, okay? So that being said, that is what we want to do. We want to build a balanced business. And I can tell you personally, before we close this call, let's say, for example, you sponsor about 40 people. And these, for some reason, these numbers are pretty accurate over my experience in the last 10 years of this industry and other leaders as well. Out of 40 people who you sponsor, let's say, for example, you put 20 on your left and 20 on your right, which you should. Okay, it's going to mean more money for you long term, and it's going to be the proper foundation for growth in business. About 12 of those people are probably going to quit relatively soon. We don't know what 12 out of 40 it'll be, but they're probably going to quit for whatever reason, and that's okay. Anyone who tells you everyone's going to stay on your team or stay at HBN, that probably isn't an accurate statement, and you need to manage your expectations. So 12 quit, and that's going to leave you with 28 people. Out of the 28 people who remain, 12 of them are going to quit building the business, but that's okay because they're going to fall in love with these HBN products because they've had emotionally impactful experiences with the HBN products, and those 12 people will be customers for the foreseeable future, maybe even for life, provided what? That you provide them with valuable customer service after the sale. Okay, after someone buys a product from you, you should definitely send them a text message or a call within a week to say, hey, just making sure you received your product. The next week, you should call them again to check and make sure that they're enjoying their product and using it as directed. And then maybe a week after that or 2 weeks later, you can message them or call them again and say, hey, you should be just about to run out of your coffee or your Slimmer Max. I just wanted to make sure you were enjoying it, to check on your results and to even offer you a free gift card in case you wanted to get it again. I can give you a very nice $25 discount. And you can do these things. And providing valuable customer service after the sale will help those 12 people become customers for life, but they're going to quit building the business regardless. But people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So the number one rule with acquiring and retaining customers here at HBN is to provide them with valuable customer service after the sale. I've once heard it said that one customer well taken care of is worth over $10,000 in advertising, okay? So those 12 people are going to be customers. That leaves you with 16 more people. And out of those 16 people, over time, 12 of them, give or take, should become relatively decent business builders. And in my experience, they will hit the executive level, maybe bronze or silver, and they'll be there for the course of their HBN career, those 12. That's going to leave you with 4 people. And this is my personal experience. This is just what happened. Out of those 4 people, 4 out of 40 will be responsible for 80% of your binary volume. Those 4 people will be responsible for building organizations that are responsible for 80% of your HBN commissions. Now, here's what inevitably happens sometimes. Out of those 4 people, 1 or 2 of them will quit and leave HBN to go to another company. I've had it happen. I'm sure Coach Sonic has had it happen. This has happened. Just listen, I'm giving you the actual reality of building a business, okay? And when you get people at that level, 1 or 2 of the 4 may go to another company for their own personal reasons. It's not a big deal. It happens to all of us at every company across the industry, and you don't really get upset about that. But those 2 to 3 people that remain will easily more than pick up the slack, provided you're being a great coach, great sponsor, great mentor, so on and so forth. And those 2 to 3 people will be responsible for, again, they'll even pick it up and be responsible for over 80% of your network marketing commissions at HBN moving forward. So that being said, that's the video. That's how to move people around. That's the real numbers you can expect. I politely recommend that you plug into whatever trainings, whatever Zooms, whatever webinars or boot camps that your plugged in upline, that your plugged in support team is providing. I highly recommend you join the Facebook groups and on social media and whatever other groups your sponsor and their sponsors are putting together, because you need to acquire the skills that it takes to, of course, generate a customer base. But the HBN products and gift card program make that pretty easy. But you also want to build a network of distributors. And I personally find, based on my over decade of experience in this industry, I find that in the binary 40s about the right number, give or take, for people, and 12 quit building and become customers. That 12 quits altogether. The other 12 quit building but become customers. 12 are going to probably hit executive or get you to platinum. And then you got that other, at the end of the day, 2 to 3 people that you can lock arms with and really build this thing solid long term. So that being said, this is Will Zanders, Coach Sonic. Is there anything you wanted to add before we wrap up, my friend?
No, sir. I just thank you for providing the service of feeding the field with the information necessary to grow and be fantastic. So thank you, sir.
Man, I appreciate it. Thanks so much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we got. And reach out if you have any questions. We'll see you on the next one. Y'all have a good night. Thanks again, Coach.
God bless.